Grade 10 English Lesson 3. Two stories about flying. Part 1, His first flight. Summary of the story. The story is about a young seagull who is at the stage of life where he has to learn to fly. Unlike his younger brothers and sisters, he is too afraid to fly. When all of them went for flying for the first time near the edge of the sea, all of them except him succeeded. He couldn't trust his wings. He got terrified by the vast sea and got convinced that he could never fly. As a result, he was ashamed and disheartened and thus went inside the ledge where usually he slept. His younger siblings managed to take their first flight despite their wings being shorter than his, but he couldn't summon the courage though he tried so desperately. He was scolded by his parents for not trying again, but he was so afraid that he couldn't even move. Now he had been alone for a day after he tried because his parents were busy focusing on his siblings. They helped his siblings master the art of flying and diving for food. His older sibling even caught his first fish, which he proudly ate at a rock while his parents celebrated it. That morning, his parents taunted him all the way for being a coward. The sun had now risen and he was feeling the heat more than ever because he was empty stomach since the last night. He stepped out of his ledge and acted to sleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Still, no one noticed him. His siblings were sleeping. His father was preening his feathers and his preening his feathers with his beak, and his mother was standing on another plateau, eating fish while she noticed him. The seagull got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry. He loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak now and then. He cried in hunger to his mom while his mother screamed back angrily, but he kept crying, which soon turned into a joyful scream at the sight of his mother flying towards him with a piece of fish. He got excited as she came nearer and thus leaned forward. Suddenly, she stopped not too far from him. Out of excitement and hunger, he dived at the fish without realizing for a moment that he was afraid to fly. He got so excited that he fell as soon as he tried. For a moment, he was in shock and stood still out of terror. All this lasted only for a moment, and soon his feathers opened as he flew. He could feel the wind against his breast feathers, stomach, and his wings. He could feel himself cutting through the air and was not afraid anymore. He was just a bit nervous, but then his mother accompanied him. The whole family screamed out of excitement, thus celebrating his victory over fear. Once he overcame his fear, he forgot that he was once afraid of it. He did all those things he once feared. He flew straight over the sea and could see the greenery and the mountains beneath him. He screamed out of joy and he enjoyed the victory. When he landed, his family landed along with him, and as a gesture that they were proud. They were screaming and shouting in excitement in their high pitched voices. He then went into the sea, where at first he got scared and thus panicked. He tried escaping but got tired and weak because of hunger. Thus, when he calmed down, he started floating in the sea he was once afraid of. His family was celebrating in excitement and offered him food as praise. Finally, he had overcome his fear and had made his first flight. So, this is a summary of his first flight. I hope it is useful to you. Thank you.